made a status on my Facebook page and I was just talking about being the best version of yourself and how to do that, etc. A woman commented on my post saying, well, that includes not using filters and being authentic, basically shading me. So I met her disrespect with disrespect. And of course, the usual thing that people like this who throw stones and hide their hands like to do is to play the victim and then make you out to be the villain. You don't get to determine how I disrespect you back if you disrespect me first. If you come at me unprovoked, if it's the right day and time, I'm going to give it back to you. And so you got to be able to take it. But that's not what cowards do. Cowards like to throw stones and hide their hands and paint you out to be the villain for giving them what they thought they were going to give you. That will never fly with me. And this is something I encourage all women to stand on. Don't let people disrespect you. This is not about acting crazy, spiraling out of control. It's about standing on, I am who I am. And you ain't about to step over here, try to mess up anything I have going on. I'm going to put you in your place. I'm going to match whatever you give me. So be careful. When you're beautiful, intelligent, and untouchable, understand that you will be perceived as a threat. And people will work around the clock sometimes to try and humble you. Understanding this is not so that you have to accept it or deal with it. It's just so that you know that it's going to happen. So how are you going to deal with it? People don't know the blueprint of your life and they don't know the inner workings of who you are. They'll force a lot of projections your way. There'll be a lot of assumptions about your life. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable hearing the things that people have to say about you, but you must always remember who you are. This also ties into when you know your value, you'll be careful about the spaces you frequent as well. It's important when you know who you are to be in places with high morale. When you're in a place where there's high morale, where everybody's comfortable with who they are, you get to truly relax and be your authentic self. This is why when you elevate, your environment has to elevate. Your environment matters, especially as a woman, because you need a safe, peaceful space to be able to do the work required to become who you are. So that means leaving certain shit behind when you're evolving. You got to make that decision to do that, though. You can't be making excuses for things. Okay, you have to elevate your taste in whatever you're going to involve yourself in every aspect. That is your job. Your only job is to study yourself and create a life you don't have to escape from. When you're a beautiful, intelligent, untouchable woman, people just expect you to take disrespect because they expect you to take the high road. You know, they put all these stipulations on you so that you remain in this little box, never feeling completely comfortable with defending yourself and fully being your authentic self, because there'll always be people around, lesser people, trying to humble you. Because your authenticity is power. And when those who don't feel comfortable to walk in their authentic power face somebody who does, it's a mirror they don't want to look into. When you are authentic, when you're untouchable, you are a mirror to those, a reflection to those who don't have what it takes to become what you've done to be who you are. And this is the main reason why knowing your power and knowing how you perceived is so important, so that you know how to protect yourself, so that you know how to move, so that you know how to keep your power and keep the attention and not let it be strayed away by people who are just trying to humble you and take that power from you. You know, people love the idea of a powerful woman until they're truly faced with one. You know, until they experience all of who she is, especially her boundaries, then that's when it becomes uncomfortable. So understand this: when you're doing the work required to develop yourself, There will be people who are trying to humble you. It's not going to be a easy journey. But just remember who you are. Remember what the goal is. Continue forward.